Alright, hi everyone, I'm Tracy and welcome to today's video. So I have a lot of new brushes that I'm going to be showing you guys today, and this is not all of it. I'm going to try to keep this, not too long. So I'm going to start out with my Fude Japan brushes and then go into my Fude Japan brushes, which that's a pretty big order. So you know what, I'm gonna have to do them, so I apologize in advance for this video being a little lengthy, but I figure if you guys are watching, you want to see all the brushes from these two purchases. So I'll start out with one that I've actually been using quite a bit and I'm really liking, and I heard some bad things about this, or not bad, just that it wasn't great, but I'm really enjoying the Chikuhodo T11, and this is the foundation brush. Now, I really like the T3, which is their flat foundation brush that I talk about all the time, and I use this one like this. By the way, I'm going to be trying to use as many brushes in front of the camera, so I don't have my makeup's not finished yet. But yeah, this one, so something that is a little surprising is it's kind of, I thought it was gonna be like really flat, but it's not really flat. It's not exactly tapered either. It's kind of, in between, but it's been really giving me a nice finish to my foundation. I'm gonna just put a little bit more on so you guys can see how this brush performs. I'm gonna just get a little bit more of this NARS concealer, and I'll show you what I really do like about this brush that makes it a little different from other foundation brushes I've used. So with this brush, I've been pressing the foundation, and I like how you can be like really specific here. See how it gets like right up to where I need it. Oops, sorry, that was blocking the way. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little. So see how it can get really close to like your eyes, get down this area really easily without messing up what you already have on. If you're the type of person to do your foundation after your eye makeup, I usually don't, but if that is you, I think you might like this because you can keep your eyeshadow and your eye makeup intact and get, everywhere you need to get coverage from. So that's what I like about this one. And I thought for those of you who do your foundation, last, this might be helpful to know. And it really leaves a nice finish. Someone was telling me that their T11 streaks, and I could see how, but I think if you're using it with this technique, it really shouldn't. It shouldn't create any streaking, because that generally happens when you're doing this. So yeah, if you're using this brush, probably want to just press, and that way you don't have to do like a second step to smooth out any kind of streaking that might be in your foundation. So that is the T11, and I really like it. I kind of do think that this might not be like an everyday brush, because if you're familiar with the Takumi series, the hairs are pretty fine. They're really high quality goat hairs, so I don't know if I want to wear it down that quickly, but it doesn't absorb a whole lot of product like you would think it would. But I mean, it's going to absorb more than like some of the other brushes I have. But I think it's a solid brush if you're looking to do your foundation like the way I just did it. So it's a T11. So far, I'm really enjoying it, and I recommend it. It was fairly easy to clean. It is a fairly dense brush, so it's going to be a little bit harder than some, but it wasn't like terribly hard. Like the T3 is a lot harder to clean because of the shape, the short hairs, and it's just pretty dense. Okay, and then the next one I got, this is a, oh, I know why I have my phone out. I have to look at my order. This is a outlet brush, and it's a Chikuhodo outlet brush. It doesn't have the label because it's an outlet brush, and this is dyed Sokoho goat hair. And I've been using this and it's great. It's still available. It's $17, and I think, yeah, dyed Sokoho goat hair, 38 millimeters long, and I think for that price it's a steal. It is gonna kind of put on your blush sort of in a stronger way. It's not gonna be like light and fluffy, but it's not fluffy. It's just, it's a little specific, and I'll show you. I'll try this Pat McGrath blush on for you guys. Oh, and it picks up pretty well. The thing I don't like about this one is, like, if you're trying to mix it up, it's kind of hard to mix the colors up because I like mixing these two. Anyways, for this, again, I would pat like this. And it does a nice job. It's kind of like a medium, not light, not a heavy application, but you can get really specific, you know, right here. And it very nicely, you know, gets that blush on there. I mean, yeah, it really would pick up, but then again, this Pat McGrath blush does pick up very easily. Oh, you can really see that now. Okay. So yeah, that's the Outlet BP 15. All right, and then the two brushes that did I say that right? 15? Yeah, the BP 15, and still available on Fude Japan. A good deal. It's not gonna be so much different than, you know, those of you who have this shape blush brush, but I think it's a very well-made brush, and if you like the BP series, it's just like a regular BP brush. I don't see any kind of like scratches or anything, or unevenness or fraying. It's a nice brush. I can't tell it's an outlet brush aside from the not being a label. Okay, and then I'll talk about the two brushes that the whole reason I put this order in is because I saw these Eihodo limited edition eye brushes. Now they're in their package because I'm thinking of putting this in the giveaway. So I'm not announcing it officially now, but I'm planning to do like 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and I'm almost there. So I ordered some things to give away, and these are it. You know what, I actually did kind of feel this one. So this one is kind of like, if you're familiar with the Z series, it's kind of like the Z11, but I saw Siobhan, if I remember, I'll link her her Instagram down below. She does a lot of unboxings, and she got this one in black. So you can get this in black or red, but I believe they're both sold out. And she was just really impressed with the hairs, and I feel the same way. It's Gray Squirrel. It is not like the Z11. So if you have the Z11 and are a little like underwhelmed, this one is much better. I haven't used it because I might give this one away, but it has that the real maquille design right here. It's a very beautiful brush. I do want to keep this one, but I'll probably give this one away and maybe keep the other one because I don't have that one, that style. So sorry for the person that wins this. I just looked at it, but it's a really nice brush. Keep in mind it's a short handle, but they're beautiful. I like the black, I think, just as much. And here's the little detail brush that one of you will get, and I'm very happy with these brushes. I didn't realize this was going to be like the Z11, but I'm happy because it's not, because my Z11 is a little off. So those are the two Eihodo limited edition eye brushes that I got. My Fude Japan order One more I got, haven't used this one because this is just not a type of brush that I'm into. I got this outlet brush, the I think it's an Eihodo outlet brush, and it's got that dual fiber thing, and it does have natural hairs here. I don't really recommend it anyways if you were going to look into it, because so the hairs that are longer, this is synthetic here. The thing is, it's very soft, but it's almost too soft. So like a brush like this, I would want it to not be so flexible because I would want it to like kind of press in foundation and everything. And I just don't know why I got this, but I am impressed by how soft it is. It's unusually soft, but maybe they used synthetic fibers that are really soft. So that's kind of what you can expect. But I did want to show it to you guys. I don't recommend this. It must have been really inexpensive, and that's why I got it. Okay, so those are the Fude Japan brushes. Now let me go into the Fude Japan brushes. And this is a pretty decent order, and I have not used any of these because I just opened them. I went out of town this past weekend for a wedding, and so I'm very behind. I'm doing this. I wanted to do this video last week before I left, but I just had to catch up with everything when I got home. Oh, let me talk about one that I have, so I'm not going to go on too much, but I bought this for the giveaway, and this is, I would say right now, I'll show you the one that's unpackaged, my favorite eye blending brush, pinch ferrule blending brush. This is the Chikuhodo P4. It's a joy to use. I've gone into this brush many times, so I'm not going to do too much, but it's a gray squirrel goat hair mix, and it's just amazing. I love using this one. I use this one almost every day that I need to use a brush like this, and I got one for the giveaway, and then I got the bigger one, which is the P3, and this one I'm going to keep. This is this premium series, which is what these are called. These brushes are just simply amazing. They're not like any other type of brush from another brand. They're crafted in a very special way. I'll show you guys in a second. So here's the P3, so it's a bigger version. So what Chikuhodo does, looks like they have the goat hairs kind of surrounding it, and then the squirrel hairs kind of on the top, and yeah, like so the squirrel hairs are longer, and it kind of seems like the goat hairs are more like kind of surrounding, kind of like to support the brush and give it a little bit of firmness, but it has like the silkiness and the softness of a gray squirrel brush. I just love these, and I'm probably going to use this one soon. I did my eyeshadow, so I'm not going to use it today, but I'm just really impressed with these. So this is one of those brushes where the handle is very basic, but the hairs, the craftsmanship of the hairs is very special. I don't see another brand doing doing brushes like this. So that's the P3. Just let you guys know, I got another J246HS. I'll show you the one that I have, and this is for the giveaway, so I'm not going to open this one, but I have one that I've been using for some time, and this is my favorite, my most used packing brush for shimmers, and it's made of horsehair. It's for me a perfect size. It's small, might be a little small for those of you who have bigger eyes, but these brushes are just so good at packing on shimmer, and I can't recommend these enough. I have them in different sizes, but I would say this, the smaller one, is the one I use the most. So that'll be in the giveaway. It's right here. This is a medium length handle. I think I tried to get like shorter handles just for the sake of shipping it. It wouldn't have to be in a bigger, like a too big of a box. I got the Chikuhodo RRS8, which is a bigger version of the RRS9, which I love for concealer, for doing like very specific concealing under the eyes, the eyelid, going down the nose, and here and here. These are made of weasel hair, and these are fantastic at concealer. And I've pretty much put all of my other concealer brushes away because I've been so into these type of brushes. This is the Hakuhodo B539, which I just got to notice that this is back in stock. I believe with the exchange rate now, it's like down to $60. And I think maybe at that price point, it's worth it. This one, the Hakuhodo, is different in that it's very thin. The Chikuhodos are a little bit like meatier. Like not a meteor in the sky, like they have more hairs and they're just thicker. That's coming out. So the RRS 8 is much bigger, yeah, much bigger than the 9, but it's kind of a similar size to the Chikuhodo Artist 12-2, actually almost identical, which I use this for concealer as well. I've seen actually a few of these go through my affiliate links, so I think a lot of you are taking my advice and getting this brush. It's so good, it's such a steal, and I'm sure this one will work just as well as this one. It's different from this because this is much softer, more flexible. This one's going to be a lot firmer, but these are just so good. Oh my god, look, there's like dust coming out of it. I'm going to wash this before I use it. You guys see that? Maybe it was like sitting out for a while because I haven't used this one yet. That's so weird. Never seen that with a brush before. All right, well, I'm definitely going to wash this one first, but I'm really enjoying these brushes. This is a long one, guys, so I'll show you guys the 2 Tanseido brushes I got. I thought I got a red one, but I guess I got them both in blue, and I got these 2 mainly because I am enjoying the... This is a YWS 14T. I use this for cream bronzer and cream blush. And actually when I went on vacation or when I went out of town for the wedding, I used this for foundation because I forgot my foundation brush. And it worked out really well. I mean, it's kind of taking a beating. But these brushes are, I think, very fairly priced right now. And this is an eye brush. Oh, this is the smaller one is the YWS 12T. And then this is the WS 14T. So this is one that I think will be good for cream bronzer and cream blush. And I think maybe even this one I can use for like cream blush or maybe even like cream highlighter, but I wanted to show you guys this one on camera. So I'm going to use this Patrick Ta cream bronzer because I'm really enjoying this. So and these are tea dyed, so they don't feel like an undyed goat hair brush. I thought I got an undyed goat hair brush from Tanseido, and hairs might come out because this is the first time I'm using it. Actually, I could already see the hairs coming out, just FYI. You know what, this might be one that I should wash first because I feel like the color that the bronzer is coming out is a little grayer than it usually is. So I'll do this side with this one. Yeah, and I think that's going to work out similarly to the one that I got in my last order. I'll just show you guys how this one performs. And it's so hot today and I'm in front of these cameras, so I'm already sweating. I can see my hair sticking to my face. Okay, that looks a little weird because I had my blush on. But just to give you guys an idea of how this brush performs with cream products. And I feel like this side, because I used that new brush, I feel like the color was like, looks a little more gray than I'm used to. I'm gonna have to play play with these two a little bit more and then give them a wash. Something I want to show you guys. So this is the long handle, and then I guess this is the short handle, and there's a real big difference in the length of the handle. But they're both beautiful. I mean, this is like a little overkill, I think, you know, the long handle, but they're such beautiful brushes, and they have this style, this shape brush in so many different hair types and sizes, and I'm really enjoying this type of brush. I much prefer this brush versus the Hakuhodo Kebo brushes, because these they're just a little bit more substantial. The hairs feel thicker, so they're not as fine. But I think, you know, if you do want to use it for creams, you know, these hairs are maybe even better than the undyed like Hakuhodo brushes. I'm not sure, but I'm really enjoying these, and I'm glad I have them in three different sizes or shapes. So this one is kind of the same size, but if you can see, there's like a very like much sharper angle with this one than this one. Yeah, they are different in shape. So yeah, that's why I wanted something a little different, not exactly the same. Okay, and then all right, now we're gonna go into the Hakuhodo brushes, and this one I'm very excited about, and I got this one in like the custom champagne handle in the medium length, and this is it's considered the B507GS or the J507. Put on the sticker here, and this is what it looks like. I know this style is not very impressive when you first take it out of its packaging because it needs some time to kind of fluff up, but the reason I got this is because I use so this is a B507. I use this one all the time. It's my current favorite blush brush. I've used it on camera so many times, I don't want to bore you with it, but I wanted to see what the undyed version is like. I'll show you guys. So this one, because it's gold hair, it's gonna fluff up a lot. So I'm just very interested to see how the performance is gonna compare to this one. And if it's the same, then I can recommend this one because this one costs a lot less. And I'm hoping it's similar because this brush, something about how it starts tapering so low, like the hairs start getting short there. It allows you to tap on your blush and it just leaves such a beautiful finish. And you know what, since I have blush on this side, let me just try it for you guys. I'll try it with the same blush. Just really lightly tapping, get more on there. So just see how easily and beautifully that applied the blush, and I didn't have to even blend. I can just like pat it on and it's already blended. So far I'm really glad I got this one, and there's some kind of magic in these brushes. Can you tell the difference here versus using a more ordinary brush? I mean, I have that bronzer on top, but I just really love how seamless and how evenly this brush puts on your blush, like no blending required. So that's the B507 or the J507. So that's that one. One more brush, and this one is super exciting. This is the G6440. Some of you guys said that you really like this brush, and if you guys have been watching my videos, you know that I'm a big fan of this hair type from Hakuhodo because they're so soft. They're just amazing at applying powders, and I just wanted another one. And this is a little bit shorter than what I'm used to for blush, but I'm pretty sure when I wash it and it fluffs up a little bit, it'll be really good for patting on blush. It's a little too flat to do powder, but yeah, I'm guessing blush, maybe even bronzer. If I want to like bronze very small areas, I can use this one. But I'm just so in love with these type of brushes, and with the exchange rate, I figured, you know, might as well get one with this order. So that is the G6440. One more, and that is, I got another little Hakuhodo fan brush, and this is the F8241, and I've used this a couple times, and the reason I got this one is because I love the other fan brush so much, the one I got in my last order, and I found that this works with like hard pressed highlighting formulas, and I was able to get the highlighter on with this. But actually I can show you guys. I'm gonna dig into this Tickle highlighter here, the benefit, this huge palette I have. But this one doesn't work the same. This one is not, they're very different in that this one is a lot firmer. This one, the tips are so fine. So this one isn't gonna be good for picking up hard pressed powders like this one is. And this one is just, it applies such a light application. So maybe if you're someone that really lightly wants to apply a shadow or wants to apply a highlighter, this one might work for you. But if you want to like get a lot of impact, this brush isn't going to do that. It'll do that for you. You see how that just lightly put on the highlighter. I've also been using it for laying down eyeshadow, and it works well for that. Like the first layer, I usually start my eye looks with a light layer. So okay, I wanted to compare it to the other one. So that is like this one. Now I'll show you how this one works differently. Like this one will really pick up that powder. Probably can't see it on the brush. It'll be just like a stronger application. I don't know if you can see that. Like it just kind of like paints on the highlighter. So if you want like a lot of intensity, then this one might be more your speed, the 7145. And look in the mirror, that highlighter is like really, really reflective. And that's what encouraged me to get this one. But this is different. It's so light to the touch. I mean, you can barely feel any resistance here when you do that. And that's because it's not as dense, and the way the hairs are arranged, it's not a blunt top. It's very gradually tapered. But I mean, in such a fine way, you're probably not even going to be able to see it. I do prefer a little bit of a stronger application, especially for the eyes. So I see myself using this one more. But it's nice to have this other one as well. So that's the F8241. And that is going to be the last brush. I know this was a long one. I ran out of memory on my card. So yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize. I haven't been feeling quite with it since I got back. I've just been so tired, and I don't know, just having a hard time getting it together. So if I seemed a little off, it's just, I'm just not like 100% yet. So anyhow, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.